We have all had that brief moment of triumph when we tuck a crisp bill into a secret drawer and feel like we have mastered adulthood. It feels safe, quiet, and completely within our control. But there is a silent partner in your room who is slowly taking a bite out of that hidden cash every single day. Imagine you hid $1,000 under your mattress 10 years ago. Back then, that money could have bought you a decent laptop, a week of groceries, and a plane ticket. Today, you pull that same stack of cash out, but when you go to spend it, you realize it now only buys the laptop. This is because of inflation. Inflation is a general increase in prices over time that slowly eats away at what your money can actually buy. You did nothing wrong. You did not spend a single cent, yet you still lost wealth. This matters because saving money is not just about keeping the bills safe from being spent, it is about keeping their power alive. If your money is just sitting there doing nothing, it is actually losing a quiet war against time. To fight back, we have to look at the first real line of defense we have against this slow decay. Every time you start feeling good about your finances, your car decides to make a strange clicking sound, or your refrigerator stops cooling, or your tooth starts hurting. Life has an amazing ability to throw expensive surprises at us right when we least expect them. This is where most people tell you to build an emergency fund, which is just a pool of cash set aside strictly for life's unexpected disasters. Having this cash ready gives you liquidity. Liquidity is how quickly and easily you can turn an asset into cash without losing its value. Physical cash in a drawer is highly liquid, while a house is highly illiquid because selling it takes months. If you do not have a liquid emergency fund, a single bad afternoon can ruin your financial progress for the next year. You end up putting that new alternator on a credit card, which charges you massive interest and starts a nasty cycle of debt. An emergency fund is not there to make you rich, it is there to keep you from becoming poor. It acts as a financial shock absorber so that a crisis is merely an inconvenience rather than a disaster. But once you have that safety net in place, you face a new problem. Where do you actually keep it so it doesn't rot away? Most of us keep our savings in the same bank we have used since we got our first job. We assume that because the bank is a massive brick building with fancy pillars, they must be looking out for our money. In reality, your bank is actually renting your money from you, and they are paying you a hilariously low price for it. When you deposit $10,000 into a traditional savings account, the bank might pay you an interest rate of 0.01%. That means after a full year of letting them use your money, they hand you a single dollar as a thank you note. Meanwhile, the bank takes your $10,000 and lends it to your neighbor for a car loan at 7% interest. This is called the net interest margin. Net interest margin is the difference between the interest a bank earns on loans and the interest they pay to depositors. They're making hundreds of dollars off your hard work while giving you pennies. To stop getting played, you need to look into high-yield savings accounts. These are online bank accounts that pay you a much higher interest rate, often up to 4 or 5%, because they do not have to pay for expensive physical buildings. Moving your money to one of these accounts doesn't take more than 10 minutes, but it can turn that $1 annual reward into $500. It is one of the easiest ways to start making your money work for you instead of working for the bank's shareholders. But understanding the tools is only half the battle. The real challenge is dealing with the person in the mirror. Saving money feels difficult because our brains are literally wired to do the exact opposite. Thousands of years ago, if our ancestors found food, they had to eat it immediately before it spoiled. We still have that same brain, but now we have smartphones that let us buy a new pair of shoes with a single tap. Modern companies spend billions of dollars trying to remove friction from the buying process. Friction is any step or obstacle that makes it harder for you to complete a task, like entering a credit card number. By making spending effortless, they make saving feel like an act of extreme self-deprivation. When you get a raise at work, you probably think you will finally start saving more money. But then you upgrade your apartment, start ordering nicer takeout, and buy a slightly better car. This is called lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep is the gradual increase of your spending as your income rises, leaving your savings rate exactly the same. You are running faster on the treadmill, but you're not actually getting anywhere. To beat this, you have to create your own positive friction, making it harder to spend and easier to save. The easiest way to do this is to automate your savings so the money leaves your paycheck before you ever have a chance to see it. If you do not see the money in your checking account, your brain assumes it doesn't exist, and you adapt your lifestyle naturally. Once you have mastered the habit of saving, you eventually hit a ceiling where just saving cash is no longer enough to build real wealth. There is a common belief that the path to wealth is simply saving every penny you earn and skipping your daily coffee. But if you only save cash, you will never actually build long-term wealth. Saving is defensive. It is about preservation and preparation for short-term needs. Investing is offensive. It is about putting your money into assets that grow over time. An asset is something you own that has value and has the potential to generate income or grow in price. Think of your savings as a pile of seeds you are keeping safe in a dry barn. They are safe from the rain, but they will never grow into trees if they just sit on the shelf.
Investing is like planting those seeds in the soil so they can actually produce fruit. While your savings account protects you from the emergencies of today, your investments protect you from the poverty of tomorrow. If you keep $100,000 in a savings account for 30 years, it will still be $100,000, but it will buy what $40,000 buys today. But if you invest that same money in the stock market, history suggests it could grow significantly. This shift in mindset requires you to accept some risk, which is the chance that you might lose money in exchange for the opportunity to make more. Finding the balance between having enough cash to sleep at night and enough investments to retire comfortably is the ultimate goal of personal finance. At the end of the day, money is not just numbers on a screen. It is a tool for freedom. You do not save money just to look at a high balance and feel superior. You save so that when your boss yells at you, you have the option to walk away. You save so that when a family member gets sick, you can focus on them instead of worrying about the hospital bill. Start simple by setting up an automatic transfer of even $50 a month to a high-yield account. Don't worry about being perfect or timing the market. Just focus on building the habit. Once you have that steady foundation, you can start looking at ways to make your money grow. Remember that the goal is not to live like a monk today so you can live like a king when you are 80. The goal is to find a balance where you can enjoy your life today while respecting the person you will become tomorrow. If this made sense to you, consider sharing it with a friend who is still getting paid 1 cent of interest by their bank. This video is for educational purposes only and is definitely not formal financial advice. Stay curious, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.